Ugh. This one part just punching me in my heart. Filling me with all the feels. Okay. Ola, I have already shown the others inside. You will want to speak with Hydaelyn. She has the key to the lift, and can send you down after me. From here, we proceed to the heart of Labyrinthos, and its most closely guarded secret, the Thomazin. It marks the beginning and end of our efforts, whence we delve to seek audience with the star, and whence we will embark on a journey to the heavens. This way, if you please. Oh. Oh. Look at that. It still needs a better name than the Ark. She is beautiful, though. I bid you welcome to Thomazin. Direct your attention towards its center to behold the Ark over which we have long labored. As you can see, it was designed as a medium-sized craft to better reduce the fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior to ensure that the thrust-to-weight ratio does not place too great a limitation for its freight capacity. Does that mean it's bigger on the inside? The Aether Burner, as you know, has been removed for further modification, but we shall attach it soon enough. I have received word from Kokol, and several of your allies are working on it with intense fervor. They are sure to see it done. 'Twas by their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I fear they will not afford us much time before speaking with Hydaelyn ere they finish. Point taken. Let us move on. I must warn you again, however, that even with the benefit of our device, to treat with her is not a simple feat. I have done what I can to impress upon you the gravity of what lies ahead. Are you prepared? Her children, one and all. We make for the lift at the center of the chamber. Come. This thing's so fucking cool looking. As you all know, alongside our physical world exists the ethereal plane, what we refer to as the ethereal sea. At the heart of the star, the physical and ethereal are one and the same. Thus, the deeper we go, the easier it becomes to pass between said planes. We utilize this principle in constructing the anti-tower, and once more here in Thomazin. No sooner did the Forum decide to withdraw from Eorzea did we begin work on this facility. Our work culminated in a device that allowed us to peer deeper into the ethereal sea than ever before in search of Hydaelyn's ever fainter echoes. The Aetitia? There's going to be so many different ways to pronounce that. I'm going to go with a scope. And you communicate with her through this device. For a time, yes, but since the 7th Umbral Calamity, it has been rare to hear even a whisper. If you wish to reach her, you must journey closer to the center of the star than we have ever dared, beyond the, I just forgot how I even pronounced it myself, scope. Even so, I make no guarantee that you will find her, nor of your safety, not so deep in the ethereal sea. We understand, but if we are to deliver this world, we have no choice but to try. I know. I only wish we could do more than observe your progress from afar. The Aticius scope's ocular lens, by which we peer into the ethereal sea, without placing ourselves in hazard, lies above us. Through it, we can watch and guide you. In those swirling depths, there are pockets of ether so dense and turbulent that they can unravel one's soul. If we determine that you are at risk of coming into contact with such a pocket, we will recall you with the teleportation magics. To that end, it would be best if one familiar with the composition of your souls remained here to assist in accessing said risk. Otherwise, there is an increased probability that we will extract you too early or too late. Please allow me. I have thought upon this much, and, in truth, I do not believe that I am fit to join you on the trials ahead. The events at the Tower of Babel drained me, yes, but even before that, your capabilities far outstripped my own. This is no time to have a weak link in our vanguard, no matter how much you may wish to or otherwise. If I assist in the manner that Master Fortuno has laid out, however, I may still be of use. Will you trust me to do this? I can think of none I trust more, compared to all the effort that you put into keeping us alive while our souls were in the first, preventing us from dissolving into ether on a single expedition, ought to pose no challenge at all. And even if we did, I expect you would hunt us down and restore us to health somehow. You flatter me, but rest assured that I will be keeping a close eye on all of you. There is one more thing. Those in ages past referred to the ethereal sea as the underworld, our final resting place. Its embrace is memory washed away, leaving only the purity of one's soul, or so we believe. Yet what of these memories? Few think to ask what becomes of them, cast adrift on ethereal tides. Some theorize that they linger for some time, those associated with strong sentiment in particular. In those depths, memories of the departed may even coalesce around you, of hatred or for love. Thus do I caution you to be wary, but also to have faith. Remember those who did gladly extend a hand to you, and they may lift you up once more. Oh man, am I emotionally prepared for this? Go ahead, do the bwomp. Do the bwomp. Here we fucking go. Oh, I have no idea what to expect of this. How's my gear? I haven't repaired in forever.
I stand ever ready.
Let's go. What is this even gonna look like? The little image there had, like, nothing but a few shapes. Wow. Alright. Oh, I was about to use frickin' food and squadron shit. I'm already 90.
All seems in order with the lens, and I trust you can hear me. Those things are pure malcontent, the residue of lives unfulfilled.
Would you just... let's go? This is probably gonna hurt because I'm still under geared, but I gotta try. That's all that's here, I guess. One, two, three. Which way? This way, I assume.
You cannot stop us!
Are we still not at the first boss? Oh, that looks like a boss right there. Ilbird, you motherfucker. Ooh. I'm gonna enjoy this. He is tanky though. And again, I'm not at full strength. Who's that? Chusamati. So friends and foes. Thanks, Louis Swa. Rest well. Oh, we're gonna see Harshifa and it's gonna fucking murder me. What is this? Livia. The undeterred. This is what you've become. Goosebumps. Alright. Frustration. It's like that boss from Weeping City. Uh-oh. Those are gonna come back.
Allow me.
Oh, Graha going for it. Into any feeling so long as it doesn't.
Follow the flow of ether. It will guide you.
Where's my treasure chest? Oh, there it is. Earrings of casting.
The ether is too dense. Ah, I'm losing you.
We'll be okay. We have another friend down here. Oh, that axe looks so familiar. Why can't I remember?
You underestimate me.
Oops. There he is. Lord Hoshivon. Thank you. You're still with me here on my back. Oh, I need to go. That bus doesn't last long. I was so caught up in the moment. It's gonna drive me crazy trying to think of whose axe that was. God damn it, it looked so familiar. An Archon. Did Moonbrita? It's Moonbrita's, isn't it? God damn it. Ugh. Oh, shield bro. No one else is moving. Oh, except now. What is... What? Oh! The fucking missiles. Good night, shield man. See you again when I randomly get Cape Westwind. Where to now? Oh. Okay. There we go. Amphilia. Yeah. It was like, she's still here, but yeah, this is where she returns. Man, this thing's tanky. Be nice if this dungeon dropped me a weapon. So, who's waiting?
So headstrong, stubborn, tenacious. But this is as far as you go.
Come on. Come on. Get out of the way. I'm on the Undying. Oh, you big.
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far. You will persist in this folly no longer.
This is a thing.
The stage is set.
Okay. Gotcha. Atrocity?
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction.
Oh boy. Oh, it's Ale! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Thank you.
Fresh audience you are.
You cannot stop us! Something special for you.
Graha! Choose when to do your LBs at opportune moments. Here we are. Go to fucking sleep.
Lies. All lies. Your dreams, your hopes, your futures, delusions and lies.
I was about to say he's already dead. I don't think he can die again. Let's go somewhere.
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
Leave this to him.
Come to deal the coup de grace. Good. Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all. How would you know that name? Then it was you. In Elpis. With Emet-Selch. The final pieces fall into place. In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories. But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fandaniel that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos. Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul. Death failed to expunge them. No matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next. I wonder, is Emet-Selch adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis? How it must gall him to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amaral in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly. But make no mistake. My life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end. I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall, to become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death. So I ask you, why live at all? We betray. We torment. We murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception. If life is so sacred, so precious. Why fill it with such misery? Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand. It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution! That is my truth, my answer to the question. And yet, even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end? Was this the only way? After all these years, is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last.
Asahi?
Vandal. Still clinging to existence, I see. You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls. As do I. We prisoners to men, watching as the world turns. Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
It is Asahi.
Is that Asahi?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you. Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist. But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos.
That's why he's upset.
I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance. Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus, even should you be reborn. Your desperate search for answers must start again.
Next time we will find the answers together.
even here, even now, you have every right to hate me. For the fool I was, for the monster I became. But I will not beg forgiveness. A tale of Hermes, the man who knew so much, yet understood so little, ends here.
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind in death.
Likewise. I pray we do not meet again.
You had better hope not.
Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.
Oh, man. Oh. This looks like a boss arena. Is Hydaelyn straight up the next trial? It would not surprise me at this point.
Brave travelers, I welcome you.
She's the next trial. There's no fucking doubt about that. Look at that! Holy shit. You look different.
I see. Thou didst journey unto Elpis. And now, the rivers of time converge. I know why you have come. Yet I would hear you speak your reasons all the same.
She is beautiful. Holy shit.
You created the moon to deliver mankind from the final days. But is that really how it happened? We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths. The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Her domain is formed of dynamis, pure, absolute. Where emotion and memory govern all, ether will avail you naught. Meteon hath gathered the pain and despair of countless stars, and to go unprepared is to go unto your doom.
We'll beat her. We'll win. I swear it. Is what I might have said, once. After everything I've seen, all the times I've succumbed to my own anger and fear. I can no longer pretend that courage and faith will be enough. But are we truly so powerless? That our only choice is to flee?
Far from it, my child. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Etheris, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being and can never be cast out. Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. To live is to suffer. And in suffering, find strength and purpose and hope. as you have done so many times before. Thou dost pursue an impossible dream, yet knowing this, you pursue it nevertheless. And thou hast learned to depend on others as they do thee. Thy yearning for the power to save the powerless hath ever driven thee to greater heights. Thou hast grown strong. Though those closest to thee no longer walketh by thy side, their love remaineth thy guiding light. For duty's sake, thou hast been bound by truths unutterable time and time again. Yet thy heart hath never wavered, as thy companions will attest. In thy pursuit of mysteries great, all thou believest is brought into question. Undaunted, thy thirst for knowledge remaineth unquenched. The fires of hatred that once burned in thy heart burneth no more. From their ashes doth spring the light of love, warm and pure. As witness to black calamity, thou despaired at man's helplessness. Resolved, thou didst unite a distant world on the brink of collapse. And thou, my champion, when all did seem lost, thou never abandoned hope. For every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey. You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Therein lieth your power, the strength to silence the song of oblivion.
Then there is a means to confront her.
Yes, if you should prove yourselves worthy. Hark! Nigh impossible is it to send mortals to the edge of the universe. Should you fail, there will be no second chance. As the will of the star, I ask of you this. Do you possess the fortitude to stand firm when all around you doth crumble? Do you possess the faith to vanquish despair itself? Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey. You must leave this star and never return. Prepare yourselves.
Very well.
Prove ourselves worthy, eh? Sounds straightforward enough.
Aye. No room for confusion there.
In any case, we've come too far to back down now.
I am of the same mind. What power I have, I shall bring to bear.
The three of you seem to be forgetting who we're up against. It's not every day we battle a divine being of untold power. Well,
Ooh, this
not
song's
quite
gonna
every
hit
day.
me so fucking hard.
Do try not to get underfoot. Needless to say, there'll be no margin for error.
Let us hold nothing back. For the people of this world and those beyond the rift.
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years. I would hear thy response, warrior of light. Shouldst thou emerge victorious?
The Mother Crystal! During this quest, and when using the Trust System scenario mode, you have the opportunity to undertake this trial with a party of Thayas! So these roles are different. Additionally, you may now enter the... Oh, God! Ooh-wee. We're recording. Everything's good. Alright, everybody. Just one thing to do. I can't believe this is actually a thing. Astrologian. He can be all three, huh? Wow. This is fucking incredible. Holy shit. Oh, I wondered if they were ever gonna do it and they gave it to us here. Let's go! Ooh. Divine Light Hydaelyn.
I, the last of my kind, shall test thee. Come, prove thy worth.
Here we fucking go.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate?
Hope's Radiance.
Be gone!
Your might.
Change of arms. May the test continue.
I will not hold back.
Together we shall overcome. Be gone!
Together we shall be gone! Ooh.
And now this.
Dawn Mantle.
Light unyielding.
I keep getting gold stacks. Feel like I'm doing something wrong, I guess?
By blade!
It hurts!
Be gone!
Alright, it's red.
We're near or far.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Is this a thing that I can do? Let's see.
By blade!
Doesn't look like he's taking over.
Crystals of light, to me!
Ooh.
Prepare yourself.
Here. The song of creation's end. Feel. The sorrow at hope's demise. Think. Find your way in the darkness.
This will hurt.
Sam, where are you going?
Follow your light. Or fly, my children, and never look back.
Sunder kick!
Then you are resolved.
Fuck him up!
This test is far from over. By crystal's light.
Crystallize. On mantle. Right, it's green.
Light unyielding.
Okay. Still got a stack on that.
I have you now. Refulgence eternal.
Oh. Damn it. I'm gonna be collecting those bone stacks today.
You underestimate me.
Crystallize. Alright, red is in.
We're near or far. There.
Thank you, Tankard.
We're high or low.
I will not hold back.
So Hydaelyn?
I will not hold back.
Try and stop it.
By blade.
Ouch. Radiant Halo. Light Wave. Alize! Someone get her up? Doing good, doing good, doing good, doing good. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Goodbye. There we go. I don't even want to think about what that would have been like in a party full of people who don't know the mechanics. Like me.
At last, man has the strength to...
Because there's some shit in there I would not figure out on my first time going through. Oh man. That's good. Just gonna grab that screenshot. Just needed a quick one. Let's go. Is this it?
No.
The end of Hydaelyn.
This can't be happening.
Though my power is in constant flux, I have always kept a reserve for this very moment. It was a true test of your prowess. You have done well.
There is one thing I must ask. By sundering the world into 14 shards, the ether of all living beings too was divided. This reduction would in theory allow us to more easily interact with Dynamis. Having seen mankind brought to the very precipice of extinction, you wished for us to develop a means to overcome despair. You believed we had the potential, and sundered all creation to see it fulfilled. To deliver us to that swirling maelstrom of Dynamis in which our foe hides, and grant us the power to defeat her once and for all. Is this not true?
It is as thou sayest. 'Twas the trial to which I subjected mankind, and it hath led to untold bloodshed and suffering. There was no kindness, nor justice in the tragedy I wrought. When confronted with the almighty Zodiark, my only recourse was rend him and the world asunder, that his power be diminished for a time. And so it came to pass. Now you, my chosen, have surpassed my expectations, surpassed me. I entrust the fate of the universe unto you. This crystal contains the memory of Meteion's passage through the stars. Deliver it unto the Loporrits. They will guide you to her.
Though they may be capable of crossing great distances, there is a vast difference between traveling to the moon and the furthermost reaches of the great expanse. And unlike Meteion, we cannot simply soar on waves of Dynamis to our destination.
Indeed. To make such a journey would require an astronomical amount of ether. But a solution lieth close at hand.
Of course.
Yes, my child. Ever since I became the will of the star, the ether drawn here had slowly crystallized.
We're going to use the Mother Crystal to power the ship?
They who have answered my call know it well. While I have remained hidden, it hath become the embodiment of the planet's will in my place. A faceless, omnipotent force of nature. The Mother Crystal, our final hope. Alas, I can do no more. The fulfillment of this task doth fall to you, my chosen. Now, heed these words. Darkness and light, despair and hope. As goeth one, so goeth the other. Become light, become hope. I have a gift for thee. Come closer. Long have I searched for a means to safeguard the future of this star. Though I knew failure after failure, by recalling thy tales and my promise to thee, I found the strength to carry on. Though the world is ever changing, thy thirst for adventure hath never waned. Thine unshakable resolve never ceases to amaze, to inspire.
Oh, what is this song?
As a mark of my gratitude, I bestow this final gift. Thou dost possess the Crystal of Azum, yes? As Hydaelyn, I reside over the forces of stasis, tranquility, peace. The laws which impart stability to existence itself. I will weave this self-same power into the crystal, granting thee mastery over matter, to give form to the formless. Use it wisely, or it will not last indefinitely. As thou hast seen on thy journey through the ethereal sea, souls are drawn to thee. Mayhap this trait will prove to be a boon rather than a hindrance. It is thy hopes and prayers that enable Azum's invocations and give them life. So keep them close. But pray, remember this. When the way forward is hidden, even from the mind's eye, look not to the invocation, but within yourself. These were the words of the crystal's original bearer. With that, my work is finished. Fulfill our promise. Right the wrongs committed when the world was yet whole. Silence the song of oblivion. Teach her a brighter melody. Show her our journey is far from over.
This song is fucking beautiful. We will find our way, but now.
Of this, I have no doubt. For yours is a light brilliant beyond measure. Long after I have gone, though not even my soul remaineth, my love will be with you forever, my dearest children.
Goodbye. Thank you. I am glad to see you well. Though we could roughly place your souls deep as you went, we could neither see nor hear you. The fluctuations in your ether near the end gave me quite the fright. What in the world happened? You mean to say Hydaelyn is... No, there's no time to feel our feelings. We must carry out Hydaelyn's will without delay. We'll find Median if it's the last thing we do. If you wouldn't mind handing over the crystal, that is, the fancy navigator one. To the edge of the universe, where congregates the despair of countless stars, you are determined to see this through. We are. Should words fail us, we will fight to the bitter end. I know that it pains you to accept this. Would that I need ask nothing more. Would that I need ask nothing more of you. Yet we have only two means to travel the great expanse. The moon and Charlene's ark. I am all too aware that without both of them, there will be no exodus. But I nevertheless beg you to honor the agreement we made. The Forum's decision will be honored. You have earned the right to use the ship as you see fit. And I could not rescind it even if I wanted to. As it happens, I do not. And I would do all within my power to aid your cause. With that settled, might I suggest you rest for a while? Proving oneself to Hydaelyn is never easy. Despite our unparalleled genius, we'll need a day to make the necessary calculations. You may as well take advantage of it. You can chart a course through the Sea of Stars in a single day. You got it. Shall we head above ground for some fresh air then, and perhaps a nap? I heard about your foray in the ethereal sea. The students head far and wide, but never quite so deep as that. Are you experiencing any after effects from your prolonged exposure? Nausea, dizziness, hauntings? Well, have a pleasant sleep, and if you do experience any unusual phenomena, please let me know. I shall add it to our records.
There you are. Some time, indeed, yes. For you, at least.
Yes.
Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead. Well, well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder. Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
What a strange dream. That was interesting. Well, I trust you had a good rest. An envoy of Master Fortuno arrived not long ago with the message. The Loports have determined Median's location. We've been asked to gather at the Rostra. I'll meet you there, along with the others. Everybody's here. Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Loports have disposed Median by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Hydaelyn herself. Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars at the edge of creation. A veritable Ultima Thule. Indeed. How then are we to reach it? Excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an equally excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, The moon is capable of delivering you to Ultima Thule, but the myriad other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the Sea of Stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess ether enough to bear a massive vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our hyper into the air burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Father, does this mean... Bear in mind this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Lomprit's proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate to the moon and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition fears debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Hydaelyn believed you possessed the strength needed to overcome the crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Hydaelyn's own making. Therefore, if in the 11th hour she would prefer another means by which we may seek salvation, we would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of this star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn, in you. The Ark will be made ready for your voyage to Ultima Thule. What of all the people that you have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious. I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on Magna Glacius, nor did your instrumental role in the orchestrating of delivering the adamantine go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest, quite the contrary. They have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Are the Lomprit's too willing to abandon the Exodus? Were you not listening when we said we were born of Hydaelyn's love for Atheris and its people? If it means to your survival, we would do anything to help. And you'll most certainly have need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life, an otherwise vexing problem to our know-how can remedy. Besides, Hydaelyn chose us to lead the way to Median. Why else would she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate Atheris until you brought us here, Uriache. And now we're enamored with the place, so what choice do we have but to save it? Of course, none of this is possible without you and the Scions, so I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? Very well. We shall inform the Forum of your decision, and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the Hyperhopper. The Lomprits will coordinate with the Ilsabard contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray take your ease. 'Twould seem there is naught to do but rest and prepare, shall we? before the storm, it seems. I'm just a bundle of nerves and anticipation right now. Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite, though it is difficult to conceive how one can best prepare to brave the domain where Dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Hydaelyn deemed us worthy of the trials that await. For a lack of better feasible options at this late stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Median as we are. Which leaves the not-so-small task of coordinating our efforts here to you and to Taru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the dynamics for the better. With that settled, we should get some rest and make the most time we've been afforded. The meeting's over, is it? You were there for so long, I started to worry. What did they have to say? The edge of creation. I see. Rest assured everything will remain in order until you return. And you will return. Actually, Allah, could I borrow you for a moment? Looks like your plans for the interim are decided. When the two of you have finished, meet us back at the Baldessian Annex, alright? What's up, everybody? Come with me to Agora. I have something to show you. Welcome, Allah, to Tataru's Taru Boutique. You opened up a shop? I've always done my best to provide the Scions with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the Warrior of Light. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before, and that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. So, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career-defining masterpiece. But then inspiration struck. I saw a golden opportunity just begging to be seized. With the help of some Thavnarian refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Charlian. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works, perish the thought. Varasud, how are things coming along? Everything is in order, Mr. Taru. We'll be ready to open shortly. Which is why I brought you here, to be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting here a moment? Sorry if I'm being extra quiet, I just have so many emotions surging through me right now. My goodness. Ah, I did not expect to find you here. Oh, hey. I imagine Idana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon scales to the engineers, She remained to assist with their work on the Aether Burner. The Simulacrum, too, will stay in Charlian. This Simulacrum, too, will stay in Charlian, while I oversee matters in Rodzadhan. It is a rather convenience to keep abreast of the developments pertaining to the final days, or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land. Roshan, I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is I who should be thanking you. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with a newfound purpose, and a means by which to support themselves in these troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Rodzadhan, the experience and knowledge they have gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in, and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It's an opportunity for me as well, believe you me. Your artisans have taught me so much about Thavnerian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with. I pray your every success in your endeavors, Mistress Sitaru. Before coming here, I heard word of the Forum's decision of what will soon be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood why my father called this star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion, for the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. In the boundless dark, the light of brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. You journey unto the heavens to protect that light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail and restore peace and tranquility to this star. And we should be honored to receive you. There is still much in Rodzadhan you have yet to see. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well. And remember, the people of this star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you. Where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of taste? And here he comes. Allah, old boy. My, whatever are you doing here? A new boutique, you say? I had been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yes, something with a little more perhaps befitting a man of my station. Though I have nowhere to flaunt said raiments, so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. I, the young Lord Photon, insist that, so long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Charlian. Thus do I toil, though every fiber of my being rails against it. Why, I even suffered the company of that brute Sickard to see supplies transported in a timely fashion. Yet he was the one who granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffer instead for his otherwise welcome absence, now burdened with extra busy work. And without Hanawa here, there is no one to prepare my meals. I came here in hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps. Alas, the Charlian delicacies I have sampled were lacking in every respect. Ooh. Which one? I would pick Archon Loaf, but Ala would tell him where to get some food. Cafe is over on the pier. Their cuisine didn't appear all that appetizing, but if you vouch for their cooking, then perhaps I'll give it a try. Thank you for the suggestion. And ta-ta for now, old boy. Well, well, is that Ala and Tataru I spy? Hey, Hancock. Hancock, what are you still doing here? You said you were returning immediately after dropping off your cargo. Yes, that was my original plan, after all. Any expertise required aside from the delivery of goods is well beyond my purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Worry not, I will return straightways to Kugane once I have finished. Of course you would find a way to turn this crisis to your advantage. She woos me, the industrious woman running a new boutique. I am not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return. If you believe in them so devoutly, then why not put your money where your mouth is? Fair enough, Tataru, fair enough. There is not more I can do to help ready the Ark and her heroes for their maiden voyage. But on your return, I shall host a grand celebration in your honor at the Bokairo Inn. Ares' place. Accommodations are quite costly, given the reputation of said establishment, but the East Aldenar Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. I mean, Ari can get them in there for free, but whatever, you know. Their lore versus my lore, whatever. But thank you. Will there be lemon cakes? A man of tart tastes, I see. Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much, much more. The finest delicacies the world and Lord Lolorito have to offer. But let us speak more of this upon your return, lest I draw even more of Tataru's ire. Until when next we meet. Who else wants to chat? Ala decided to spend your time at the markets, did you? Hey, Biggs, Wedge. Tataru! Big Swedge, I take it work on the Ark proceeds apace. Aye, it does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlian and Radzat Han has been a rewarding experience. And that's to say nothing of what we've learned from the Loprits. The Ark is unlike anything we've ever had the pleasure to work on. Even Nero was rendered speechless on more than one occasion. I can't wait for you to see it. And you'll never guess who paid us a visit before we came to Sharlayan. Alpha. I think he sensed the coming danger and returned to check on us. He was always one to turn up in time of need, and I suppose that's why he decided to join us here in Sharlayan. Good thing, too. I don't know how he does it, but he has a knack for brightening your day just by being there. Still hard to believe we have the means to send you off into the great expanse, though the farthest known reaches of, well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the Scions are the catalyst that sparks the need for these great innovations. To think how much I'd have missed out on I had not. Ugh! To think how much I'd have. That's a weird one. To think how much I'd have missed out on had I not been a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a cart chocobo. Ha! There is that too. As busy as we've been, I wish there was more we could do for you, Ella. But no matter what happens, we have to keep believing for a brighter future. That we do, my friend. That we do. When you head back, would you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments? That's very kind of you, Tataru. They'll be glad to hear it. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. Still a few more supplies to gather before we return. It's time? Terribly sorry for the wait. Get this, please. Right. I don't believe the two of you has been formally introduced. This is Varsarud of Palakistan. I remember seeing you in Garlemald. Haven't we met before? Ah, yes. It was you who helped us at Perusa, and again when crossing the ice fields, was it not? I doubt we exchanged little more than glances then, but it is kind of you to remember me. Thanks to Mistress Tataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It is only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavnir, but we are here today, and are glad to have contributed to the cause. And contribute they did by helping to make your new garments as durable as possible. We put our hearts and souls into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the Waking Sands. From the rising sun to the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone at Ruby Bazaar. We were always fortunate to find friends along the way. Even when you were swept away to the first, Grahatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us, I thought my heart would burst. Yours has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you persevered time and time. For all the joy we've shared, there's been much sorrow as well, but I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. Which is why I promise to send you off to the Sea of Stars with a smile. And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return. In addition to your new ensemble, we have the raiments and weaponry for every need, so please feel free to browse our stock. You may now obtain job-specific gear from Varsuda. The weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 89, however, all item sets will be subject to item level sync. Upon reaching level 90 with the corresponding jobs, these items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed upon completion of world quests associated with said jobs. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it's called Lightbringer. Oh, you can just grab them now. You just can't equip them until you hit level 89. Well, Allah has a bit of a transformation he needs to go through now. The entire theme of this expansion has been hope. And that's kind of the defining trait of... It just happened to coincide with the entirety of what I believed Allah's arc as a character to be. From this shy, closeted boy who grew up in Ishgard, to discovering this family not only in his long-lost twin, but the Scions as well, and the countless friends he's made along the way. It's time for him to be himself. So I need to take some time to properly reflect that before we continue. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is it. Alright. Here he comes. It's been a long time coming. Building to this moment. So long. All is finally ready to be himself. He always felt like he had to be a certain way. Despite the way he felt inside, he had to live up to people's expectations. But that time has passed. He's finally ready to show who he really is inside and let his outside reflect that. He's not some stoic, speechless, heroic warrior of light John Final Fantasy. He's a cute fucking cat boy. And he wants to embrace that. So, with a little help and no short amount of encouragement, he's ready. There he is. I've been thinking about this for so long. Just wanting him to be able to get to this part. Or he can finally feel free to be cute. He's always tried to hide it before, but now he doesn't need to anymore. I'm so fucking happy that we could finally reach this moment. So, no more hiding. There he is, Alamorn, the way he really wants to be. As far as the glam goes, I did want it to be a hell of a lot cuter than this. Problem is that we're heading into the final battle, and I want his glam to reflect that. And I couldn't make that look cute. So I settled on high fantasy. This is a glam that I had previously established for Allah, but I didn't feel like it was bright enough. But now that we're heading into the final battle, this is it. This is final battle as fuck. So we've delayed enough. Here he is in all his splendor. And he's cute AF. Oh, you think you're cute, bitch? I'm adorable.